What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going over 5 beginner swing trading mistakes. Now, as someone who's been growing an account to now over 500% in profit over the past couple months, I thought that I would share my thoughts on some of the biggest mistakes that I've made, whether that's actual technical trading mistakes, whether that's mindset mistakes, just mistakes in terms of my thinking, in terms of my trades, and we'll go over all that here in this video. So real quick, if you guys are not familiar with my channel, I'm posting here every single week on Saturday at a minimum, going over my trades, going inside of this account right here, which I have pulled up, and this is my Webull account, and I've actually, showing you guys how I've been growing this account. When I started this account with only a couple $100, it's now over $12,000. So we're going through the process of how I've been able to do that. Of course, I've added money to the account, but a large chunk of those gains have been profits. So we're here every single week going over those trades, and it's all swing trading. And so this kind of leads in here. If you really want to jump down below and get your 2 free stocks with Webull and you like the platform, I love it for swing trading, at least for what I do. You don't have to use it. You can use whatever you want. Link is always going to be down below here in my videos for 2 free stocks. When you deposit $100, get a value up to $1,400 in stocks, potentially, in terms of those free stocks. So as we see the account here, it kind of leads into my first mistake, right, that I want to talk about here. Number one, and that's, thinking that the PDT rule is against you. And really what that means is that, see these day trades I have right here, I have 3. So this shows that in the past 5 trading days, I haven't actually made a day trade, or I have the availability right now to make 3-day trades today if I wanted to, and then I wouldn't be able to do that until a week from today, or at least 5 trading days from today, depending upon if there's days off, markets are closed, and whatnot. So what that means is that, okay, people think, okay, well, I don't have any day trades, or I can't day trade, so that's going to prohibit me. And I was 100%, and I'm still kind of in this process of getting over that, that little hump, that pressure, right, of, because if you make a trade, it's a lot easier, right, to be emotionless. And that's the ultimate goal when you're trading, to be emotionless, right? And I'll dive a little bit deeper into what I mean by that and how you can actually make sure that that's possible. So make sure you stick to the end to see that last tip. But really what it means is, okay, when you want to make a trade, to be emotionless, right? Knowing that, okay, if I'm going to make a trade, if things go south, if things go against my initial trade, you want to be able to, in your back pocket, say, hey, I can cut this for a loss today and take a day trade. Now, it's very tough for you to say, hey, I'm going to take a day trade loss. It's a lot easier to take a day trade on a winning trade that goes your way. The stock goes up 10, 20, 30% for me. If, a stock gets news after hours, I make the trade in the morning, and all of a sudden after hours, the penny stock that I trade gets news, right? And it starts flying up. It's so much easier to take a day trade if you have it available on a winning trade. It's just a lot harder to take it on a loss. You kind of have to eliminate that and make sure you're not putting yourself in positions where you're day trading stocks, putting yourself in positions for swing trades where the idea behind it is a swing trade, and if things go south or if things go great, yes, you have the ability to take profits here and there or cut losses, but really it should not be a huge issue. Those 3-day trades in your back pocket are there to save you in terms of if you want to lock in some big time profits, or if you need to cut a loss because it's dropped below a stop loss. Yeah, okay, that's there for you, but just know, don't think of that as something that's going to hurt you. Think of it as it's there for your safety, but you shouldn't need them for most of your trades if you're swing trading. The second mistake is that you're thinking of yourself as not a consistent trader on a daily time scale. Now take a look here in terms of my daily P&L here on Webull. We can see that, okay, my account's been growing here on the left-hand side, but here's the daily P&L. Right, we see a lot of red, we see more green than red, and those green days are bigger than those red days for sure. But as of late, as the market's kind of shifting to a slower summer market, right, I've been having a little bit more difficulties, and especially last week I got caught in some offerings, and so, ultimately, right, you can't look at the day-to-day time scale when you're swing trading. If you're a day trader, yes, that's where you can say, hey, I'm green for X amount of days in a row, I'm doing very well. And that's understandable if you're a day trader, but you're not. We're talking about swing trading here in this video. So what do? Well, Webull makes it really cool because you can look at your weekly P&L and take a look. This week so far, it's Monday, so I'm down a little bit today, but we'll see how it goes. But it really had, I don't have many red weeks, and if we go to on a month-to-month time scale, right, we look at the month, we're all green. So you have to take a step back. You can't get obsessed on the day-to-day, because when you get obsessed on the day-to-day, it's really going to throw you for a spin. And you don't want to be in a situation where, you're worried about today's profits and oh my gosh, I'm red today, because it's going to start throwing you off tomorrow, and it's going to make decisions for today, that might not help you or benefit you tomorrow. And so you want to make sure that you don't think of it on the day-to-day time scale. I would recommend you always look to week, and you always look month to month, okay? You understand that, hey, day-to-day you're going to have fluctuations. You may have red, and for the types of trades I make, I'm, a lot of times I'm looking for breakouts, or I'm looking for news plays or catalysts, and so you may have multiple red days in a row where you just kind of tick down little, but you can have one green day that makes up for all those red days and much more. And so depending upon the style, the types of trades you do, you have to understand that and know it's not about looking day to day. It's taking that weekly, look. It's taking that audit every single month and saying, hey, what did I do? Was I profitable? Did I improve on a percentage basis? And don't really look at the day to day. The number 3 beginner swing trade mistake is that penny stocks are scams. I am someone who trades penny stocks almost strictly. Now, when I say penny stocks, I'm really talking about small cap companies. I'm talking about lower float stocks, okay? So it's not your Tesla, it's not your Amazon. And most of these stocks that I am personally trading, I'm not looking to hold them long term like if I had Tesla or like if I had Amazon or Apple. I would probably put that in my back pocket, put that in an IRA, or put that in a long-term account. Hold that guy long term and not worry about it, right? Or if it was a dividend stock, Coca-Cola, or if it was, something like that, AT&T, those are stocks I'm not concerned, and those are, your bigger name stocks. If you're swing trading, right, you can swing trade anything. You can swing trade options, you can do penny stocks, you can literally do large caps, you can swing trade Amazon and Apples and stuff, you can do swing trading options. It is not, everything is going to be a scam to somebody else, right? And just because penny stocks, these types of companies are not they're not the best companies most of the time, like your Apples and Amazons, right? They're not that quality of company. It doesn't matter. They can still be traded based off of technicals, based off of charts, based off of patterns and news. And that's what I have kind of got into. And that's what I really like about them. For me, it works the best. It's fallen into my lap as like, this is the style of trading that works best for me in terms of my mindset, risk management, everything like that. So just because you hear that and I'm making those types of videos does not mean these stocks are scams. They can be traded like any other stock, like any other style of trading. They certainly can. Shorting, you can do anything you want. That's all. It all comes down to what you fall into, and don't limit yourself just to certain types of large caps or options or whatever because someone else told you that. For the 4th beginner swing trade mistake, what I want to do is take you inside my computer. And this mistake is swinging the next Tesla overnight when it's already up 1,000% over the past week. And so here's an example. It's Workhorse. I made a video actually a little back about Workhorse, WKHS, Workhorse Group. Now this stock was trading at $1.31 just a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago. This is the daily chart here on Webull. It's kind of broadened out. I can zoom it in just a little bit better for you guys so we can see a little bit more. And so the stock was trading at $1.31. The stock goes up to $22.90 here, as we're seeing on this daily chart. And then it comes down pretty hard to about 14 bucks. So what I'm saying by this is just because a stock is getting a lot of attention, because there's a lot of people making videos on it nowadays with the social media side of trading and investing, just because you're seeing a lot of that, and I talk about this in my video, when you see a stock make a parabolic move like this, at least for me, I'm staying away. I am not jumping in. Maybe it continues that parabolic move for another, 100%, 200, who knows how much more. But realistically, if you're going to be swing trading a stock that's already up this big and you're going to hold it overnight, be very careful. This is the type of stock that I would look to day trade as it's up this much. Why would I look to day trade it? Was because it has a ton of attention, a ton of volume. And so on a day trade, on a quicker, shorter term time scale in terms of, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, a couple hours max, you can probably take advantage of some certain things, some support levels, resistance, psychological levels, triggers in certain areas, whether you're shorting it or you're long. You can take advantage of that. But if you're going to look for an even larger gain to the upside now, maybe longer term, let this stock cool off. Don't be the guy getting in at 22 bucks and then watching the stock come all the way back down to like 10 bucks over the next couple weeks and then saying, it's going to go to the moon. I'm a long-term, if you're looking to day or to swing trade on a shorter term time scale, you don't want to be this guy. Don't be getting in up here. You want to look to try to get in down here and catch this move. If you get out up here and you're like, that was a massive move, that's good enough for me. Like for me, most of the time, I'm probably going to be out here at 10 bucks. If this sucks, if I was in down here, I'm out at 10 bucks for sure. But if you're someone who wants to keep going and holding it, make sure you're taking profit along the way. So that is like another big mistake, is that a lot of people will start to trade, or they'll day trade a stock, and then they'll hold it into a swing, or they'll be in a swing that's up huge. Please, guys, if you're swing trading, make sure you're more greedy about your entries. Don't be trying to get into a stock that's already up huge. So just take a step back and look at it. Now, number 5, this is huge. It's trade with money you don't need. Now, why is that huge? Guys, this account that I want to talk about here, and you can, of course, see the updates. This is not going to be super up to date in terms of when this video goes live, because it's kind of, I like to make my videos up to date on the weekends, on the Saturdays, or when I post these types of videos in my portfolio. But this is more of just a general video going over some mistakes. Well, this account, right, we go back, was started here very simply with a couple $100s, right? We go back down here, this account had a couple $100, had like 225, 300 bucks in it, okay? At the time when I started this account back at the end of September, October, of 2019, I didn't need that money. I mean, I didn't have very much at the time. I was still in college, and, I didn't have very much, but I didn't need that money. So that was money I said, okay, I can put in here and I can trade it. And over time, that account slowly grew, and it grew to a couple hundred, to eventually over 1,000, and eventually, a couple thousand. And as I had more money available to me, I was putting some money in here. I was putting some away. I was paying off this, but some of it, and then I was putting some into here. And it wasn't that much. It was just a little at a time. And then eventually, I started, with the Webull affiliate program. I got some free stocks, and those start to compound and add up as well into my account. And then I put a couple more bucks in here and there, but a large chunk of this is actually profit. But it's the key is that I'm not relying on this money. Like if I lost this entire account, I'm still going to be okay. I'm not taking money out of this account as of right now, because I'm working to get to that PDT where I'll break 25,000. Once I break 25,000, I'll come up with a better strategy as to, okay, where do I want to take money out every single week or every single month? How much do I want to take out? How much do I want to leave in to help compound this account? And I'll come up with a better strategy. But this has been huge. Because of that, I'm not emotional. When I have a red deck, go back these days here, right, guys? Down, $301. I mean, that would have been a big deal. Go back, 6 months. That would have been a huge deal when I only had 300 bucks. But, look at the account size. It's grown. The account size has grown. So I know it comes with the territory. And I also know that I don't need this money. So it's allowed me to become emotionless. I know when I'm down that big, those are the days where it's time to add. I made mistakes. We'll correct those into the next day, into the next week. We'll make those corrections into the next week. We'll review those trades, where I went wrong, what I should have done, what I shouldn't have done. Yeah, we'll make those corrections. We'll do that. That's what I kind of now know with those red days. And it's kind of how you have to act. But when you're freaking out that, oh my gosh, I'm down $300, that's where you kind of make stupid decisions. If I did on that day, I would have cut stocks for losses that ended up coming back even bigger the next day. And so the next day after that, I was able to go up, 180, which wasn't crazy, but I recovered a lot of that $300 loss. And so as long as you're trading with money you don't need, you can make those sound decisions and make smart decisions in the moment. Whereas if you need this money to pay the bills, you're probably going to be thinking a lot differently, and your head's going to be spinning, and when things go wrong, you're going to make even more bad decisions to make it even worse. So hopefully that makes sense. Any questions and comments, leave them down below in the comment section. Again, those links are down below to get those free stocks. 2 free stocks with Webull when you deposit $100 into your account. Let me know what stocks you get down below. It will take a few days, certainly, for those stocks to settle into your account. So don't be alarmed if they don't show up right away. It takes some time, guys. I've been getting free stocks from them. It does take some time, but they are free. So when you sign up, get those free stocks. Let me know what you got in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe here so you don't miss these videos. Every single week at a minimum, going over the trades I'm making, and I'm looking forward to doing more videos that are a little more up to date. And as I have more time, that are going to be more like updates on certain stocks like immediately during the week. So it's not like every weekend you have to wait for those videos of what I'm playing, because I make a lot of decisions midweek or during the week, so things can change rapidly. So I'm hoping to do more of those videos as we get going. So make sure you subscribe, thumbs up button, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.